Oh, that background looking lit. Hey, what's happening, everybody? How you doing? It's King Kevin in the building. I'm always bringing positive energy. I'm always talking up and not talking down. I do my best to do that, even though I'm not perfect. All these lights got me getting a little hot. And take your shirt off, your sweater off, rather. But yeah, the world we live in today. I want to give a few people a chance to get on and actually tune in and chime in on what the conversation is going to be today. We saw Antoine 954. I think that's Antoine Singletary, a good homie of mine back home in Florida. Now, without further ado, I want to talk to you guys, briefly, and I'm going to make a formal video, but what I'm going to talk about right now is informal, straight from the heart, straight from the gut, nothing scripted or written on my desk. Yes, I'm in my office here in Atlanta, Georgia, 404 area code. Now, the world we live in today, I'm going straight to the gut, like Pastor Stephen Dorival always does, straight to the gut, no warm-ups. The world we're in today, people are questioning whether or not God still exists. They're losing their faith, losing their hope, not believing in themselves, committing suicide at a very high rate, committing stupid crimes. I mean, we just witnessed what happened at the state capitol due to Donald Trump's, foolish leadership. And like they say, when the people rejoice when there's a good leader. And obviously, the people was not rejoicing for a while. So I'm glad Donald Trump is out of office. I'm not saying I'm all happy about Biden and Camilla, but definitely good to have new leadership inside the White House. We are in America. We should be praying for our leaders. But unfortunately, with everything that's been happening, literally back to back to back, like things are going crazy. People losing their jobs more and more. The coronavirus is still real. It's still playing a very prevalent part in our lives. We walk around with masks. This new normal is definitely not something that I'm fond of. Having to wear a mask and some people wearing shields. We're looking at the unemployment rate, looking at the amount of shootings that we're seeing in our neighborhoods, and it's like who's suffering the most, during these chaotic times. It's always our people. It's always the Black community. Unfortunately, we are the low end of the totem pole in this country, and because we've accepted that. Now, the reason why I labeled this video, does God and our faith still exist, is that people are losing faith more and more every day. Now, many of you know my next book, my third book. Hey, what's going on, Tucker? It's called The Win in the Mirror, Activating Superpowers, My Body and Spirit. Now, the reason why I called it that, and the reason why I even began writing the book, was to help the youth who are losing their faith, losing their belief and confidence in themselves, because they have to keep up with all the trends that are going on social media. Every day there's a new challenge. We really need to start a Save a Black Life challenge. And if you guys are watching this video live, please share this in your groups, share it on your social media, email it, text, however you get down, please share it. It's going to be a message in it for everybody that I truly believe needs to hear this. We are living in a time where we are losing our morals, our dignity, more and more. Online is making it easier for even our women to sell their bodies or set up themselves to sell their bodies, sell themselves short. And our women, our Black queens, you are actually what gives us hope. We don't have our women. As a man, we pretty much lose everything, because you're the core, you're the foundation. So if our women are selling their bodies, then what are the men doing? What are the children doing, right? Now, the Win in the Mirror, as I mentioned, was geared toward helping prevent the suicide rate amongst our youth. But now, as I'm as I've completed the book, finally completed it, but it still has another process, another step to take with the interior decorator, the interior designer, where it is going to be decorated. I'm seeing that the win in the mirror is more of a responsibility, being a man of faith, being a man that believes in God, that knows that God exists, still believes in miracles, still believe that anything is possible. I don't think, I know, I believe. My life itself is a testimony, of coming from nothing to something and actually having something to contribute and having something positive to say, edifying each other. Now, I don't know how we got into the mess that we're in as a nation, as a world, as a community, but we're in it right now. Some are predicting. I mentioned Pastor Stephen Darby earlier today. He's a pastor from Kentucky, and he died, I want to say 2016, 2017. But even when he was pastoring, he literally predicted what we're in right now. And as a matter of fact, what we're in Revelations, the signs, the mark of the beast, and people who are buying loaves of bread for a day wages. Those things are happening right now. People think that the lights are always going to be on, think that society is always going to continue running efficiently, jobs are always going to be there. Now we're seeing that that's not the case. We're in a time where we have to be the captain of our fate. We have to dictate which direction we are going to go as individuals and also as a world, as a community collectively. Because if we don't, we're in trouble. We obviously can't depend on the government. Seeing what's happening with the government right now, seeing how things has really turned upside down in the U.S. People are waiting on the stimulus packages or the coronavirus packages, whatever you want to call it. Depending on the government is the first sign that we are in trouble, because they were lying to us for a very long time. It almost seems as if everything that has been happening is really geared towards causing us to lose our faith and hope and our belief system. As a person, you must have a belief system. You must believe in a higher power, a supreme being, whether the Mother God, Father God, a combination of the two. You have to believe that there is a higher being, because if you don't, then we succumb to our lowest level, the lowest level of behavior, lowest level of thinking. And we're seeing it every day. We're seeing people, grown men, looking like little boys, walking around with their pants sagging, women doing the same thing, women feeling as if they are doing everything and all things by themselves with no support or help from the man. So even our whole family structure is being broken down. Our whole essence of what family means, like, people are losing it, and I just feel as if I had to say something about it. And many of you know that I'm an entrepreneur. I have my hand and continue to have my hand in many things. Being an author, obviously, being a marketing director for several years until I had lost my job due to COVID. Investing in stocks, I've been doing that for the past, I would say 5-6 months. Gamestop, I actually struck, I hit some good numbers with GameStop, and the world's going crazy over that. They're marching and protesting on Wall Street as we speak because of what the billionaires have been doing. And even, what do you call that? Robinhood, that app. I don't use that. I do have the app. I don't use it. I use Stash. And, my GameStop stock actually, hit. It's doing really good. I went up, I think it's over 2,000% right now. And I'm hoping to cash out when, the share goes up to $6,000 a share. That'll be very good. I will cash out at that time. Believe me. friend of mine has just invested $40,000 in GameStop a few days ago. Hopefully he gets his money back and recoups. What I'm trying to say is that do not depend on what the government is doing and what the government is saying. You need to be an entrepreneur. You have to be the captain of your faith, captain of your ship. Because if you depend on the handouts and whatever they're doing up there in Wall Street, you're setting yourself up for failure. And that's what we're seeing today. A lot of people who are failing. And when people fail, they lose hope. You lose hope, then comes the chaos. You know, movies like Purge, those type of things happen. Minority Report, where if you guys ever seen it, Tom Cruise plays a police detective or police officer, and they predict the crimes are going to happen before they happen, so you get arrested before you actually even do a crime. That's the crazy part about the movie. And I saw it back in 2002, 2003. Very old movie, but it's a futuristic sci-fi movie. But it's coming to pass, where in the film, people were going to court through the internet and being sentenced to life, losing their life through a judge that is in front of a television or a computer screen. They can't even see the judge or the jury. Matter of fact, the judge is a jury. We are moving in those type of times. And so I'm saying that we need to get back to what family means. Get back to building and holding on tight to our families. Because if we don't do that, we're going to find ourselves in serious trouble, to where family won't even mean anything anymore to anyone. It'll be about self and individuals. Mad Max was another perfect example of that. I talked about these movies and how they correlate with reality that we're in, because this new normal this is how it's going to be. From here on out, we're going to be wearing masks. From here on out, there will be social distancing. From here on out, some of the biggest decisions of your life that's not even up to you, but decisions are being made about your life, is going to be through a television screen with a judge telling you that you're going to be serving 10, 20, 50, 100 years in prison. And you won't even be able to adequately protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? You won't have adequate lawyers to defend yourself, because everything will be online. You won't be able to object like you can in real life. Our children will forever be in schools through the computer, maybe homeschools. They claim the COVID is going to be cured and the vaccinations. I mean, there's tons of movies about these vaccines. There's one movie, Lawrence Fishburne, I want to say it's called Quarantine. Maybe that's not the name of it. But that movie was a perfect example. Everybody fighting over these vaccines that they think was going to help cure them. Now we've seen supposedly these vaccines are causing people to lose muscle, to lose muscle in their face, meaning half their faces are looping, half their bodies are looping. We don't know. We don't know how this thing's going to affect our bodies. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to hold on to your faith. Hold on to your families. If you don't have a family, build one. If you don't have a husband or a wife, take the dating seriously. You know, take it, take it with a grain of salt if you want. You know, be there for your children. We are living in a time where we need to find as much positive energy as possible. Positive things that we can invest our time and money into, because there's so much negativity out there. We are already by default negative thinking people. I don't care how positive you are. There's a national, some kind of national science society. They did a research. Give me some time, I come up with the name, but they did some research, and what it was they found out that people, 85% of our thoughts are negative, and most of them come back are from the previous day. So by default, we are thinking the negativity. Matter of fact, let me look up this research. You guys could look it up, because it's in my book, The Winner in the Mirror, and 85%. Okay, here we go. All right. Now, this is very important. I want you guys to get this. Now, National Science Foundation. So the research was that, and this is a quote from my book, according to the National Science Foundation, the average person has about 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts per day. 12 to 60,000 thoughts per day. Of those, 80% are negative and 95% are repetitive thoughts from the day before. In essence, if you think and speak negative thoughts, people, situations, and undesirable outcomes, you repeat those toxic ideas throughout the day and may even wake up with those thoughts on your mind the very next day. So it's like you're gonna have to inundate yourself with something different than being on social media all day. You have to be doing something different than watching TV shows all day. And if you're gonna watch a TV show, be on social media, and spend time and purposely putting positive thoughts and ideas into your head, watching positive shows, reading positive books, positive podcasts, because the government, and if I'm correct, and usually I'm correct about these type of things, because when my spirit is saying something on this level, I haven't been wrong yet. I purposely believe that the government is planting these negative ideas, these scare tactics, through the coronavirus, the vaccination, the quarantines, the uprising at the Capitol where people even died. It's trying to stop democracy. That's like what we in the 1800s, the 1700s. They wanted a civil war to happen. I mean, these type of things, if that was to actually happen, it's another civil war, which I really doubt it will take something like Donald Trump to spark that. It will have to be, when the first civil war happened back in 1865 is when it ended. It was a 4-year war, so it must have started in 1861. But it ended in 1865, right? And it was over slavery. It was over keeping our people, keeping black people enslaved. The South, the Confederates wanted the slavery to continue happening because that's what they depended upon. It's going to take something that's so important to the country that it's in the fabric of the country to start another war. Now, what would do that? What would people actually pick up their guns, disobey the government, and totally object to paying taxes? What would do that today in 2021? The only thing that would come to mind would be the vaccination. The only thing that I can really think about that will cause people with such an uproar, everybody not going to take that vaccination. And believe it or not, if you don't want to take it, the things that I've been hearing these lawmakers been saying, some of them are lobbying for it, other people are fighting against. One, they're going to take away your driver's license. You don't want to take the vaccination. Two, your kids won't be able to go to school, which is cool. No one wants the kids to go to an actual classroom right now with all these diseases and germs. Anyway, the kids are very dirty. They barely want to wash their hands, and so it's a good thing. Three, you won't be able to get your passport. You won't be able to travel internationally. You don't have the vaccinations, which is already impacting the economy now because some industries are completely gone, or suffering drastically. Case in point, the diamond field. I invested in some stocks in diamonds, and I read an article about a guy who went from making $200,000 a year, $200,000 a year, and now he's working on a peanut farm because the diamond industry completely went dead. Probably it picked up during the holidays, but the fact is they could not travel. In the diamond business, just to put you guys on point, in the industry, they have to travel. That's how they buy and trade diamonds and gold. You have to go to trade shows. You have to go to different countries, get a better deal, get a better quality diamond, VVS diamond, if that's what it is. You have to network. It's not something you can just do, virtually and think it's gonna boom. People want to see and touch these diamonds to make sure they're real. And so you guys see movies, plenty of movies with people selling fake jewels, fake diamonds, and end up finding out it's fake, and they go crazy and start shooting each other. This is what's happening. So this guy went from making $200,000 a year to working on the peanut farm, and he was content with that because now he feels as if he can relax. Now, me working in corporate America, I can relate. I remember working in corporate America and not actually enjoying it because it's so stressful. Now I work for myself. You know, I mentioned earlier being an author, being in the stock market, writing writing scripts for films, and now I even have a cleaning business that I'm doing right now. You know, Sky Funeral Services, and they're going pretty good. You know, me and my business partner, my lady, you know, we both teamed up to start this business, and now I just actually got certified for mold removal and water restoration. So I'm steady doing my best, not just keep afloat, but I want to thrive, and that's what I'm telling you guys you have to do. Do not just stick to one thing and thinking that you gotta appease everybody online. If you posting several types of business that you own, kudos, that's what you're supposed to do. Don't worry about people saying, oh, you know, you're doing this, doing that, you all over the place. Man, screw that. You do you. If it's working, don't fix what's not broken. You understand what I'm saying? Go out, you know, you better go hard right now. You know, push to the limit if you got to. Because we're in a time where things are unstable. There's a lot of uncertainty, and I'm sure you all can agree with me on that. And people are confused, they're lost, and are desperate. So we got to do whatever we got to do to continue pushing, continue striving, continue believing in that no matter what or how it looks like, God is always in control. And you are a God. God is in you. There's an energy within you, which means God in you. The energy within you, you have to utilize that. Don't just be complacent with waiting on the government checks or welfare, unemployment, and just don't do anything. Grind. Get on your grind. Don't give up. Keep pushing. Keep striving. Anything is possible for those that believe. And I've always believed that. I don't care what it looks like. God is in control. I've been through the trenches. I've been through the fires. I've been through the fires of life and walked out. I think God don't look like what I've been through. And I've heard people say that in their testimonies for years and years and years. And it's not until I'm about to be 41. You know, I'll be 41 Super Bowl Sunday. So anybody who want to give me a shout out for my birthday on Super Bowl Sunday, go ahead. I'll be 41, and I think I don't look like what I've been through. You know, I can easily be lost a limb or arm or a hole in my body. You know, a big hole in my body, or be dead, or be in prison. But I'm here today, and it has to be for a reason, and it's not to just be a number. You know, because that's what you are. This country, I have no idea what the debt is in America to the rest of the world, or whoever the U.S. owes money to. It's in the trillions of dollars, right? Let's say it's $29 trillion. We don't really know how much the debt the country is. Do you know that we are being used as collateral to pay the country's debt? What do you think your Social Security number is? We are collateral. We are nothing but just another number. When I realized that, I had a problem with that because I know I'm unique. I know I'm wonderfully made. I know I'm the child of the Most High God. So I refuse to be another number. I refuse my wife, my children to be just another number. You determine your value, not your Social Security number, not the money you got in your wallet, not the money you got in your bank account or the lack thereof, not how many stocks you have, not how many businesses you have, how many books you've written, or businesses that you own. You determine your value. Success is not something that is given to you. Success is something, it's an inner process, you know, reaching a higher level of consciousness. That is what true success is. Reaching a level of consciousness, thinking higher, uplifting and edifying other people along the way, helping others, like Booker T. Washington said in his book, Up from Slavery. Success isn't measured by what you own, but it's measured by what you've been able to overcome. You know? It's an inner process. Marcus Garvey once said, without confidence, You've already lost. With confidence, you've won before you even begun in the race of life. We need to have our confidence. Now, I'll paraphrase his quote, but that's what he said in essence. If without confidence, you've lost twice, spiritually and physically. And so I'm here to help people gain their confidence, reclaim their energy. Not energy as in activity energy, but your inner God. Understanding that you are a God. Understand that you are called here for a purpose, not to run amok out there in the Capitol building, not just be out here protesting, acting crazy, but you are put on earth for a reason. We are here to serve one another, not destroy and belittle one another. And that's as real as it gets. And you are to determine what does success mean to you. At what point in your life would you consider yourself a success? See, I'm a success. I could die. I don't want to die. Lord knows I do not want to die today or tomorrow or anytime soon. But if I were to pass away anytime soon, I will be content with what I've been able to do within my community and what I've done with the time I've been allocated in this life, in this world. Can you say the same thing? Can you truly look at yourself in the mirror and say that I'm proud of who I've become? I'm proud of what I've done for my community and for others. And when I say for others, not just people that you know, it's the people that you don't know. What have you done for a stranger to make them believe in themselves? You know one thing that Pastor Ed used to always say, you could be the only God people ever meet and see. You could be the only guy people ever meet. You could be the person that stops someone from literally hanging themselves to commit suicide or taking a gun to the head because of you giving them a compliment or you helping them with a few dollars when they were down and out, literally inches away from taking their life. That is not to be taken lightly. You could be that one person that stands in the gap from them going haywire or from them turning their lives around and wanting to be like you, seeing the light of God within you. That's important. That's special. And that makes life worth living. To me, anyway. That's what success is to me. But you determine what success is. Is it getting a certain amount of likes and follows on social media or on your videos? Selling a number of books? Making millions? Yeah, those are some forms of success, but that's not true success. True success is an inner process. I hope you guys, I hope I bless somebody with this message. I hope someone took heed to it and really look at their lives a little differently. Now, so much more I can talk about. There's so many good things I can talk about, and I'm so happy about the current events that have been taking place in my life and what's going on in some of my friends and family lives. But I really wanted to take the time to tell you guys, what I'm saying, that you are loved. Someone does believe in you. I believe in you. Even if you don't believe in yourself, I believe in you. And if you ever feel down and out and kind of feel as if life is, you're losing your life, you're losing what life matters to you, you're feeling down and out, the mood is completely gone, clap to yourself. Clap to yourself until you can't clap no more. Clap to yourself until your mood, your energy shifts and gets, it reaches a higher elevation. Continue clapping yourself. Change that negative attitude. Change that can't do it. It will never work. I'm a failure. I'm a loser. Stop all that. Today, what is today? January 29th, 2021. It's the day your life changes forever. When you go to sleep tonight, before you go to sleep tonight, I want you to think for a second. Turn off the lights if you have to. Turn off your phone if you have to. I want you to think about How are you going to be a blessing to someone tomorrow? I'm not talking about just giving someone some money. I'm not talking about just giving someone some food. And those are two different forms of blessings, the way to be a blessing to people. But think about how are you going to encourage someone that you know that's going through it to believe in themselves and that you believe and you love them, whether you know them or not. Our spirits. If you really tap into our spirits, we can discern when someone is going through something. So take the time to be a blessing to them. Let them know that God still exists. Faith is still real, and faith does count. Give your faith some employment. Help them give their faith some employment. Give it something to do, something to believe in. We all have to have something to believe in, and that's real. Doesn't get any realer than that. And you are whatever you think you are, whatever you think you can accomplish. If you're willing to take a pen and paper or pencil and write down your dreams and goals and speak them into existence, speak them every day, speak them till you can't even talk no more. Speak until you lose your voice. You will see the mechanics in your brain begin to work. You begin to come up with new ideas, witty inventions. Those old ideas or dreams you have come back to life. You resurrect them. Because you never know. That may be what this world needs, something that God gave you to give birth to, but you haven't given birth to it because you've lost your faith. You've lost your way because the world has literally beat you up, beat it out of you. But I'm here to put it back in you so that you can give birth and make this world a better place. Because each of us have responsibility. And our responsibility is the next person next to us. There's too many devils out here. It's too many evils, too many demonic spirits out here. There needs to be more angels. There needs to be more people of benevolent spirits to combat those evils. And just because someone could be negative or a demon does not mean that someone that is good can't beat them. And I'm talking about physically beat them. Don't think because I'm a man of God, I can't put these hands on you. I can do it. That dude said, yeah, don't try me, try Jesus. I'm in the gym for real, and just a little light joke there. But seriously though, let's help one another. Let's help out one another, get our faith back, and believe that there is a higher power. The Creator is here. God is here. It's never left. What's going on is supposed to happen. Weed out the weak and to build the strong. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm King Kevin Dorival. I'm out. I have to get back to work. I do have some other projects I have to get into, and I do appreciate you. Many blessings, peace, prosperity, grace, and mercy to you, your family, from this day forth, and may you be a blessing to somebody who truly, truly, truly needs it. If I could be a blessing to you in any way, shape, or form, please let me know. Any shape or form, whether it could be anything. It could be what my book's right there. It could be a book you want to hold, or some financial help you need. It could be some words of wisdom, some advice, anything. And truth be told, a lot of people that if we send them an email or we send them a direct message on social media, there's some good, genuine people out there that will actually help you, that will actually give you some advice. Maybe give you a number so y'all can talk and actually make this thing real. I'm tired of seeing people giving up, man. I'm tired of it. And the government, the news media, all part of the beast system anyway. They're trying to take our faith away. They're trying to take our motivation and inspiration away so we can be living in fear. Because fear is a very powerful thing. It can literally paralyze you to not do anything. To just be stagnant, be complacent, and to follow whatever they want us to follow. And truth be told, looking at what's happening right now, and the fact that I read so much and I study so much different history, I'm seeing Hitler all over again. I'm seeing the Nazi regime all over again. History repeats itself. Opportunities don't. We have an opportunity to do something about it. We have to stand together somehow, some way, get together in our neighborhoods, in our communities, stay strong, get united, like the Haitians did back in 1804 with Toussaint Louverture, Jacques Dessalines. They united, they fought, and they defeated the enemy. But it only happened because they united. As a Black community, we have to unite. And this type of war we're in, we have to unite with other cultures. But we as a Black community, we have to be strong first. We have to be the leaders. We were the leaders in ancient times. We were the trailblazers, the pioneers. We have to be the trailblazers and pioneers again. And everybody will have to follow our lead. Power to the people, Black love, Black power, increase, prosperity, grace, and mercy. All right? I'll take it easy. Go to my website too, KevinDorival.com. Winning the Mirror will be ready by next Sunday. Mass production. The world needs it. It's no longer just a book. It's a responsibility. Peace. And if you missed this video, you're just tuning in, go to my YouTube, my Instagram, Facebook. Give this a like. Support the real. We've been supporting the fake too long. Support the real. King Kevin. Peace.